Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the projection of solids. So basically there are two types of solids we are going to study. One is pyramid and another is prism. So before starting with the actual projection of solids, we'll try to understand what is the difference between pyramid and a prism. Okay. So the pyramids are nothing but the shape of the bottom face may be anything, and at certain height you will be having a point which is called as apex point, and those bottom sides are joined to that apex point with a triangular faces. But in case of prism, the shape of the base and face will be same, and they are joined by the straight edges. So here the height of the axis height and the sides of the bases are going to be different. That is always the axis height will be greater than the base size. Okay. So this is one of the basic example of a square pyramid. So here you can see that these are the base edges. The square of all sides are of same length, and this point is called as apex point. The distance between this apex point and center of this base is called as axis height. And here you can see that these base edges are joined to this apex point by these triangular faces. But in case of prism, the shape of this base and face will be same, and those sides are joined by using straight edges, that is rectangular faces. Okay. And here the one thing you need to observe, in case of solids, all the solids are going to rest on HP only, because in case of planes we used to say that whether the plane, first thing is you need to check whether the plane is resting on HP or on VP. Depending upon that you are going to draw the first step. If it is resting on HP, you are going to draw that view below XY line first, that is going to be your top view. If it is resting on VP, you are going to draw that view above XY line, that is going to be front view. But in case of solids, all the solids are going to rest on HP. That means first you need to draw the top view only. So one work is reduced. There is no need to check whether it is resting on HP or on VP. All solids are going to rest on HP. So that means when you are going to look from the top, say if the solid is resting on HP on one of its edge should be towards extreme left. That condition remains same for solids also. Okay. When you are looking from the top, that time you can see the whole square. Along with this square, these surfaces are visible because you are looking from here. Okay. So while drawing the top view, first you need to draw a square depending upon the given condition, whether it is resting on each corner or base. If it is resting on base should be towards extreme left. If it is resting on corner, this corner should be towards extreme left. After that, to represent, you have to represent these triangular faces inside that square only. Okay. Okay. So I think already you are familiar with the commands which you need to use in this software to construct the planes. Okay. So already studied in the regular classes construction of the planes on sheet as well as on software. So hoping you all remember those commands. We'll start with the first problem. So the problem is like a square pyramid, 35 mm sides of base and 60 mm axis length rests on HP on one of its edge of the base. Draw the projections of the pyramid when the axis of pyramid is inclined to HP at 45 degree and the side on which it rests is inclined 30 degree to VP. So first thing you need to check whether shape of the given solid. So no doubt it is a pyramid and it is a square. So what is the size of the square? It is 35 mm, and this axis height we'll see while constructing. I will explain you where you have to take that data. Okay, and it is resting on HP. How it is resting? The next question. It is resting on HP on one of its edges of the base. That means base should come towards extreme left. And draw the projection of the pyramid when the axis of the pyramid is inclined to HP at 45 degree and the side on which it rests is inclined to VP at 30 degree. So we'll begin with by drawing the XY line. So go to line command. As I used to tell you, whenever you are going to select the line command, you have to check line type should be continuous and line thickness. So XY line thickness should be 0.15 mm. After entering that value from your keyboard, press enter. So first draw a XY line. While drawing this line, you need to look for horizontal symbol. To come out of that command, right. So now you need to draw the top view first. It is a square pyramid and the base is a square and it is resting on one of its side. So again take the line command, or to construct the square you can select this rectangle by center. For the square, width and height will be same. So the size is 35 mm. Here it is asking you click for the first point. So I will click here first point. I will enter width as 35 mm. Press enter. It will shift to height. Again that is also 35 mm. Angle, if you want to make that lamina to rest on edge, angle should be 0. If the pyramid is resting on corner, angle should be 45 degree. Otherwise you can use the same you can use the line command to construct the square, no problem. But this is the actual view, so the thickness of this view should be 0.5 mm. 0.5 mm. So now only the half portion is over, that is you have constructed the outermost boundary. As I explained earlier, along with this square you need to project those slant faces. When you are looking from the top, that time those edges will look like a diagonal. So select the line command, change the line thickness into 0.5 mm because that is going to be the actual view from this corner to this and from this corner to this. While drawing these lines you have to look for endpoint symbol. So now we have completed the top view, the square base, and these are the slant surfaces, slant triangular surfaces. Okay. After this, go to line command. You need to draw the projection lines. Change the line thickness into 0.05 mm. From each end point, you need to draw the projection line. Okay. So you need to draw the projection line. Look for the end point symbol. Draw a line crossing XY line first, and from here, along with this, you need to draw the projection line from the mid. And use this trim command to remove this extra portion which is beyond XY line. So now you need to use that axis length 60 mm, because when it is resting on HP, when you look from the front, that time only you can see the actual axis length. So that 60 mm, here this axis will be at the center. So from this end point you need to draw the next line. So for that, go to line command. Change the line type into axis line type, that is the third option. Then change the line thickness into 0.15. Look for a line which is coming from the base center, that is look for end point here. Click that, then enter the length as 60 mm because the given axis length is 60 and it should be a vertical line. Look for vertical symbol. Then to come out of that command, right click. Since it is a pyramid, when you look from the front, it is going to look like a triangle. So for that, again go to line command, change the line thickness into line type into continuous line type, line thickness into 0.5 mm because that is going to be our actual view. So here, while drawing these lines, you try to draw these base line in segments. The importance of drawing these segmented lines, I think I explained while in the discussion of planes. Okay, so from here to end point of here, and join this base corner to this apex point from here to here. Now you have completed the first step, that is there is a square pyramid resting on edge on HP, and this is going to be your top view and this is going to be your front view. So before moving to the second step, you have to complete the naming and you have to show the dimensions. So first let me check the dimension whether I have taken the given data or not. So it is dimension, smart dimension, 35 mm is the base size and 60 mm is the axis length. After that you need to go for the naming, text, annotation, text. So here, so this is, I will take it as A, this corner as B, and this is C, and this is D. So when you are looking from the top, that time the whole square is visible, so I have named all the corners as the visible corners. But when you are looking from the top, that time only this point is visible and this base center is hidden, right? So the naming for the apex point is O. Inside the bracket you need to draw the O1. So you need to write the O1. That is going to be your base center. So when you look from the front, that time only B and C are visible, A and D are hidden. So here while writing the naming, so B should be outside the bracket. So it is B dash into bracket A dash. Here it is C dash into bracket D dash. And this base corner is not visible. Base center O1 dash should be inside the bracket. And it is O dash is visible. Now along with that you write the naming X, this is VP and this is HP. So now moving further, so in case of solids, all the solids, as I told you, all the solids are going to rest on HP. So in the second step you have to take the data with respect to HP. So here the HP angle is 45 degree. So this angle is given for the axis line. So directly we cannot give the angle to this axis line, because what will happen? So before using those move and rotate command, I need to group the elements. For that, go to block, that select group. So select this front view. First you select these slant edges, axis line, along with that these base edges. Okay. So now I group the elements. So I will use move and rotate command. Go to move command. So it is asking you for the elements to modify. Which element you want to move? So this front view. So first click anywhere on this one, and while moving you have to hold any one of the base corner. Look for the end point, and this copy option should be on. Get on and place it on XY. Look for on element symbol. To come out of that command, right click. So now here the angle is given for the axis line. So if I am going to give angle to this axis line by using that rotate command, rotate, will select. If I fix it, if I hold it, so it is going to cross XY line. So that is the reason why instead of giving angle to this axis line, first you need to find out the base edge angle. So the base edge angle will be always angle is 90 minus theta. So here theta is angle with respect to HP. So 90 minus theta, 90 minus 45. So 45 degree will be the base edge angle. So we'll select the rotate command, rotate. First click anywhere. Fix this right hand side corner as the center point to rotate. Hold this left hand side corner and copy option should be off. So give angle as 45 degree, because this 45 is not the given angle, it is 90 minus theta angle. If it is the angle with respect to HP is 40 degree, that time this angle is going to be 50. So give angle as 45 degree, press enter, and to place it just left click once. Now if you measure this angle between this axis line and XY line, it is going to be 45 degree. So to extend this line up to XY, you can use extend to next command. Now if you measure the angle by using angle between command, it is 45 degree, but you are given 45 degree to this. Now it is showing 45 degree to this axis line. So after this you need to draw the projection lines. Line command, change the line thickness into 0.05 mm. From each corner or each end point you need to draw the projection line. While drawing these projection line, try to draw in a single stretch and look for the end point symbol and vertical symbol. Then from this top view horizontal projection lines. Before joining these points, you need to place the namings. So here this is B dash into bracket A dash, and this one is O1 dash. Here it is C dash into bracket D dash. And this is O dash. So now first look for the intersection points. A dash is along this line, A is on this line, so this is going to be your new A. Likewise, this is B, C and D. This is O1 and this is O. So to join these points, go to line command, change the line thickness into 0.5 mm. Start from any one of the base. Start from A to B. First you need to draw the outermost boundary, A to B, B to C. Don't join directly from B to D. So after B, if you rotate the cursor or if you move the cursor, the next point is going to be C. Then don't join directly this C to D. If you rotate this cursor, the next point is going to be O. This is the outermost boundary. Then if you rotate the cursor in counterclockwise direction, the next point is going to be D. Look for intersection symbol. The next is going to be A. So this is the outermost boundary. That is, when you look from the top, the outermost visible boundary is this one. Then you need to find out the hidden line. So to find out the hidden line, you have to look from the top. When you look from here, the farthest point from the observer is this corner, right? C dash into D dash. So the first you need to make the connecting lines of C dash and D dash as the hidden, then remaining lines as solid. So change the line type into hidden line type, that is the second one, thickness into 0.3 mm. So first C dash D dash is the farthest point. This line should be hidden. Then there is a line from D to A, D to O, but already I have covered that line while drawing the outermost boundary. Similarly, C to O and C to B. Now check for the completion of the model. So it is a square pyramid. There should be 4 base edges and 4 slant edges. So first check the base. A to B is there, B to C is there, C to D is there, and D to A is there. Then check for the slant edges. There is a line from D to O, C to O, but there is no line from A to O and B to O. So these lines should be solid lines. So change the line type into continuous line type and thickness into 0.5 mm. So from A to O is solid. Then from B to O is solid. Now this completes the second step. Now for the third step, the side on which it rests is inclined to VP at 30 degree. So here in the first step, no doubt it is resting on all the 4 base edges, but when you rotate this pyramid towards right side, that time it is resting only on this corner, that is edge CD. So this CD should coincide with that 30 degree reference line. So for that you need to draw the projection or reference line which makes an angle 30 degree with VP. Change the line thickness. First draw a small horizontal reference line. From there you need to draw the 30 degree reference line. Plus tap from your keyboard, it will shift to angle. So minus 30 you have to enter for giving angle in clockwise direction. So this angle is 30 degrees. So now you can make use of that move and rotate command, but before using those commands you need to group the elements. Go to block, select group. First select the base edges. In a hurry, don't select the projection lines. After selecting, you have to press enter. Then go to move command. Copy should be on. First click anywhere. Then while moving you have to hold either D or C, because our aim is to bring this DC on this reference line. So I will hold this corner D. I will place it on this reference line. Look for on element symbol. Then to come out of that command, right click. Then select the rotate command. First click anywhere, fix this point which is already on the reference line, hold this C, copy should be off, rotate till it shows you on element symbol. Then now you need to draw the projection lines. From each end point, draw the vertical projection lines. Mid, from this end point, from this corner, and horizontal projection lines. Okay. Now you need to place the names. Text. This is D. This is A. B. This is O1 and this is O. Now check for the intersection points. A is along this line, A dash is along this line, so this point is going to be on you, A dash. Likewise, D is on second line, but D dash is on XY line, so this point is going to be D dash. Here it is B dash. Here it is C dash and O dash. O1 is from the mid, O1 dash is here, so this is going to be O1 dash. Okay, now we need to join these lines, these points with the thick lines. So we have to line command, change the line thickness into 0.5 mm. So start from A. Again here also you need to draw the possible outermost boundary. So for that you need to start drawing the line from a point which is already on XY. So I will start from D to C. After C, don't join to B, because when you rotate your cursor, the first point is going to be O. So here first you need to check whether C is outside or O is outside. So C is outside, O is outside. So line command, line thickness should be 0.5 mm. Start from D to C. After C, you will have O first. Zoom it and look for intersection symbol. Then after O, don't join to B. If you move your cursor, the next point is going to be A. Then back to D. Now to complete the final view, you need to look from front. When you look from the front, this B is nearest. So whenever you are having the nearest point, the connecting lines should be solid lines, because when you are looking from here, B to C is visible, B to A is visible, and B to O is visible. But here in the second step, you were looking for the farthest point. Farthest point was C dash, D dash. That is the reason why we made these lines as hidden lines. So B to C, B to A, B to O should be solid. B to A, then B to O. Now check for the completion of the model. First check the base. A to B is there, B to C is there, C to D is there, and D to A. Check for the slant edges. A to O is there, B to O is there, C to O is there, but there is no line from D to O. Now this line should be hidden line. Change the line type to hidden line type, thickness into 0.3 mm. So from end point of this line to apex point, zoom it and join this. After that, you need to draw the axis line, that is O1 to O. Change the line type into axis line type, thickness into 0.15 mm. So from O1 for intersection to O. forgotten to write what I did. So now this completes the solution. That is a square pyramid, 35 mm base side resting on edge, 60 mm axis line. So always you have to take axis line, that is the data with respect to axis line, and drawing the front view. First you need to draw the top view, with the help of that one you have to draw the front view. Then for the second step, always you have to take angle with respect to HP, but you need to calculate the base edge angle. You cannot take directly this axis angle in the second step. So that is 90 minus theta. If it is 40, that time it is going to be 90 minus 40, that is 50 degree angle for this base edge. Then while drawing this view, first you need to draw the outermost boundary, then you have to look for the farthest connecting lines as hidden, remaining line as solid. Then moving further in the third step, again you need to draw the outermost boundary. Here you need to look for nearest connecting lines as solids and the remaining lines as hidden. Okay, thank you.